clone trooper Kamino. The Republic clone troopers represented the future of galactic warfare. So symbolic were they of the times. The galaxy-wide conflict that saw their debut took its name from their ranks, the Clone Wars.
Hello and welcome to the Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing Star Wars The Clone Wars Clone Trooper Kamino. Now this is one from the new wave that's just come out there with Darth Vader, Admiral Akbar and the Ewok, and I think it's got the Hoth, Luke Skywalker and stuff in it as well. So yeah, this is the first one I got from that kind of series, and one I've been highly anticipated for. I think the other one is the Mando in Berserker armour as well. And yeah, I just love this new packaging. Just really pops, just looks really cool, and it just really sort of brings out that character as well. So yeah, I mean, here he is in the window. I mean, there's nothing really hidden away. We don't have that huge triangle now that hides away quite a lot of bits. And we've got his blasters in there. We've got the actual figure himself, and it's all highlighted in this bright, vibrant yellow, which is cool. On the side, we've got the Kamino clone as well, just sort of like looking out there, ready for duty. On the back, we've got the picture and his bio. And on this side, we've literally just got Star Wars The Black Series down the bottom with the yellow stripe. So I guess without further ado, we can crack this bad boy open. Okay, so here he is in his blister pack, and still looking exactly the same as we got him in the box. It's only just hiding their feet now, so it's pretty good that you can get to see the full figure for those people that collect in box. So we get him out for his first impressions before taking away for his review. And yeah, I'm kind of liking the helmet more than I did in the pictures. I did feel like it was, it looked a little bit too cartoony and stuff like that, but actually it doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to do a lot of comparison shots with the new mould and everything like that. So with all that, we'll see you in a moment. Welcome back, and yeah, I'm kind of liking this new sculpt. I think Hasbro have took quite a brave move. I was kind of thinking like, oh, you know, please just don't mess with anything, because I'm quite OCD and they've messed with the packaging. I'm not an inbox collector, so it doesn't really bother me too much, but when they bother me with the clones and they're changing the whole body, I was kind of thinking, is it going to be better? If it's better, I've got to change all my other clones. If it's just as good, or is it going to be worse? And my first impressions of this, and I will be absolutely honest, was that I didn't like it. I just didn't like the pictures, just didn't like the look or anything like that. But I'm a guy, and I will own up to when I'm wrong. And I would like to say I was completely wrong. So he's actually a pretty good actual action figure, and he's a good poser, and it's actually a good clone figure. So where should we start? I mean, he starts with his accessories, which they always do, and they always come with is the DC carbine, and or DC 15 carbine, shall we say. And it's not too bad. It's a little bit bent, it's a little bit up in the air sort of thing there, but it's exactly the same. Just all the detailing on there, but there's no weathering on there whatsoever. It comes with his DC 15 blaster rifle as well, and again, there's no kind of weathering on there. It's just pure black with just the bit at the bottom. At least that is painted. That's all we can say. But that's kind of it for him, really. But where this guy kind of shines, really, I suppose, is his look, because obviously he's the new kind of clone trooper to the Clone Wars, and I guess this is what we're going to be getting for the foreseeable future as our clone body. So really, just looking at his helmet and stuff like that, it's actually a lot more impressive than I firstly thought. It is kind of animation style. I would have kind of liked the black brow. I know in the Clone Wars that they don't, but I think it just kind of would break up the actual helmet a lot better. But I think I might have a go at it a little bit later on. And also on Instagram, there's a lot of people talking about actually there's a kind of a clone head underneath. It's completely stuck under there, and you can just see it inside. You can see his ears and his chin and stuff like that. So maybe in a later date I will try and attempt to get that out and give it a paint as well. So maybe there'll be a fixing up kind of video coming out where I can actually do that and make the head removable or something like that. But looking down the actual figure itself, the shine, you know, it's a nice gloss white plastic. We've got this kind of matte kind of sort of like blue bit over the top, you know, so it's not looking too bad. We've got the insignia on the side there for the security of Kamino, and going down to these sort of shock trooper arms there. This bit here kind of bugs me. It's quite not very in deep into the actual figure. It's not, you know, as grooved as it was before. The belt itself, just a bit more of a finer kind of look onto it. It's a lot more deeper, and the details really sort of poke out on there as well. And you can see the undersuit underneath as well. They've done all that part on there. The painting's very clean, very, you know, there's no kind of weathering whatsoever. But they're on Kamino, you know, they don't really see much kind of action there, you know, so these guys should be quite clean cut. So come down there, I've got a little bit of a bit of naff on his boot there. But apart from that, you know, he's absolutely fine. But where this kind of guy goes really is these new kind of details. We've got these kind of soft vinyl kind of elbow pads, and they're kind of stuck to the actual torso part, well, upper kind of bicep part here. The swivel is at the elbow and not at the top here. Doesn't really bother me too much, you know, it's not much of a massive sort of change there. We don't really sort of twist at the top there, we twist more at the elbow anyway, as in sort of real. And the knee as well, this bit's actually connected to the upper thigh, so we can actually get that bend mark there. And I just did post a picture on Instagram as well, where I got this guy into a bending knee position along next to the boot leg, which really holds up really well compared to the original Commander Gree, which it doesn't really look very well. But when we do bend, we do get this kind of stretching of the actual plate of the vinyl part down here. So I don't know whether this will go really sort of lax at the end of it. So the more that we're going to take them out and take photos and stuff with, is it going to get too laxed and it's going to just pull. And the same at the elbow as well, if we just get it into the position. But when we start twisting it, it really starts pulling on the outside of it. So yeah, I can see that kind of sort of giving way if you have these in a position for long enough. But really, articulation really where it comes down to. So his head is really kind of really loose, but I kind of like it, you know. We get him into position, it just feels quite sturdy. You can leave it in there, it's not going to just drop down. It is loose, but it's alright. But it's because the ball point is really high up in the head. But yeah, he can look forward not so much really, and he can't look up. It just feels a bit weird. You kind of have to sort of push his neck back and then look up and stuff like that. But yeah, we've got left and right. We've got a rotation around at the shoulder. There's no butterfly at all, but the rotation here is at the elbow. We've got the rotation at the wrist, and it's still on a hinge. We've got the rotation at the waist, and he can look down this far, and he can look back this far. His legs can come out this wide. He can kick forward, not so much, just because of the armour at the top there. And again, going back, but he can kick further backwards. We've got a single jointed knee now, but to be honest, who's going to actually sort of reach up to hit their bum? No one really. So it is still quite a good bendable knee pose there. And we've got a rocker and a pivot at the ankle. And to be honest, I think Hasbro have done it well. I mean, I would like to see more realistic sort of version of it. I don't want to keep seeing like the Clone Wars and looking more like Clone War figures next to all my Black Series figures. I would like to see them still being realistic, you know, like we did with Captain Rex and so forth. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, we can stand in next to the bootleg figure and you can just sort of see how wide and how tall he is, and compared to him, and it's not too bad really. I mean, the height wise is there. It is a lot thinner at the torso. It's obviously the torso of the bootleg figure, it's really quite low down, comes right down to this bit, which is the more realistic part of it really. You don't really show much of it, but that's kind of it on there. And then we have the official, and this is the only one I could get as close. So I could have put Commander Bly there, but he's got his gubbins and stuff all over him, so I just thought I'd bring Commander Gree in there. You can see the helmet's difference in the size of the visor, and he just actually looks quite awkward when you compare it to it. It doesn't look organic. The actual arms look quite bulky, and so do the legs. So I think it's just where we got used to that mould over time. But yeah, I do kind of like it, and I think actually, you know, as I said, I think Hasbro have done well. So that's kind of brought me to the end of the Kamino clone. Do you like this guy? Do you like the thing? Is he still putting you off? Comment down below and let me know. You can follow me on Instagram, where I'll be posting some more pictures of this guy, and you can also let me know on there. You can subscribe and you can ding that bell. And until next time, thank you, take care,